All right, guys, let's just jump right into it. So I'm going to show you how we went from this.
What up, Miss Hottie? Do you wanna party? See you in the lobby. Ain't gon' lie, I heard that body calling.
To this. The rapper is Shuffle the Beat Down, and then the singer, her name is Tati. All right, so let's break it down. Here's the intro.
Miss Hottie, work that body.
And then here's the verse.
Ha. What up, Miss Hottie? Do you wanna party? See you in the lobby. Ain't gon' lie, I heard that body calling.
So here's the second half of the verse.
Clock in before you work that thing. Unstoppable, nothing can hurt that thing.
And then here's the hook. First hook.
Body drop.
Hypnotic, erotic. I'm calling all my freaks to get naughty.
Second verse.
Body, move that body.
My drink getting frosty cause my wrist cold. But when I seen that body, I was hypno. Plotted on you.
Everything's labeled nice and clean. So let's start the mix. First thing I'm going to do is drop a compressor on it. A basic compressor by, it's actually the Waves SSL bus compressor. So let's play that back. Then I'll put a little bit of EQ on it to DEQ it. There you go. All right, and then next, I added the clap. First, I put a limiter so it doesn't clip. Right, basic. Put a compressor on it. And I put my Pro Q on it. See, I made it a lot beefier. And we're gonna turn that on. Ooh, crispy. You hear that? Now let me pull up the kick so we can hear them together. And then I put the stereo maker on it, which is this one. Ooh. I'm gonna add the kick back in. And then let's add the hi-hat. We'll come back to the bass. Okay, so two things you should notice. For the hi-hat, if you notice, there's no processing on it at all. Like I always tell you guys, if it doesn't need any compression, EQ, don't use it. You don't have to process everything. But it is panned to the right. So listen. And then I added a cabasa, which balances out the hi-hat. And I had a little bit of processing on it, which is basic EQ to match the tone. All right, so together. That's funky. All right, so let's go to the next part. This is second cabasa. Let's go to the second cabasa. So let's see how that works. Ah, I know you heard that. So it's right here. So let's see. That's nice. That's a nice flavor. All right. And then we're going to go back to the top and grab the 808. Listen to that solo for now. Okay, so that's the original kick. Okay, so I attenuated the bottom end. So listen. Ooh, nice. Another compression. I'm gonna put a limiter on it so it doesn't peak. Spray with a kick. Now let's see what this compressor is doing. This is important because this needs to be addressed right away. So let's bypass it. Okay, see that? Then we're gonna turn it on. Ooh. We're gonna listen to the piano by itself. All right, for this, added basic compression. I added EQ for the top end. Ooh, on the bottom end, you hear it? It's rich. And again, the gulf fuzz. Ooh, and then the delay. Let's play with the track. Yeah, smooth. That's smooth. All right, for the second instrument. All right, basic compression and EQ just to smooth it out. So let's play them together. The next one is a horn, and it's just got basic EQ on it. Nothing's crazy about it. So we're gonna play it by itself and just to get a sense of it. It's bent over to the hard left, right there, hard left, all the way left. So let's play it in perspective. Remember, when you play your song in solo, your instrumentation in solo, it's just to understand what the sound is. But when you want to mix it, you want to mix it in conjunction with all the other tracks, all hidden at the same time. All right, so never mix a song in solo, ever. You hear it? Right there. All right, let's move on to the next one. I call this Quincy. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Listen to it. This is panned all the way. This is to balance this out because it's panned all the way to the right. Well, and then can you see that? Zero processing, nothing on this. So we're gonna play this by itself. Do you remember that song called "Yamo Be There"? Whoa, whoa. I know I can't sing, right? But that kind of gave me that idea. So when I played it, I just played a different variation and rendition of it. All right, so let's play just the music together. Let's listen together. Let's just listen to see how they all sit together, and then we'll bring the drums in. Okay, so I know you hear 4 instruments at the same time, but they never clash because it goes boom, bam, and then dim, bam, and then woo, on top of it. So every little instrument has its own space. That's how you carve that space out for your vocals. Now let's add the drums to it. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's dope. That's just dope. Now let's check for the music. I know we have 17 tracks of music, so let's go see what's left. Oh, okay. So let's go to this section right here. Well, basically these two are the same. I just kind of put them on 2 different tracks, and I play it by itself. That's the bass line. It's called a sawtooth bass. So what did I do to it? Compression and EQ. So what I did, if you notice, is that I pulled the bottom end all the way out, right? Because we already have an 808 and also have a kick that's resonating already. So I don't need the bass, the bottom end of that bass. I just need the movement, then I need the growl, and then the top end. So which is why I added the top end here at roughly 4,700 hertz, right? And I boosted that by 12 decibels. And then I went over to 8,700 hertz, and I boosted that by 14 decibels. Oh, that's all I needed. So everything else here was flat, I would say. All right, let's play. All right, let's play everything from that point on and see what it sounds like. I'll pull the clap down a little bit, just about maybe 2 decibels. Right now it's a negative 12.3 right here. Let's pull it down by this 1 decibel, 13.3. There you go. Because we have a rule, if your clap is louder than your vocal, right, then you have a bad mix. So worst case scenario, you want your snare or your clap or whatever is going crack, that needs to be exactly the same volume as your lead vocal. If it's louder than your lead vocal, bad mix. If it's as loud as your lead, that's the maximum volume you want to push it at. But really, you want to be like 0.5 decibels below the lead vocal. At worst, then match them volume-wise. All right, so we have 2 more instrumentations to add to this. We're going to play that solo so we can hear it. All right, so we're going to add a delay to it so we can bounce it. That's just beautiful. All right, let's add just the drums to it. See how it bounces. So that matches the sound right here. So if you listen to it, I'm actually playing the same melody as this one. So if I pull this over here for a second, just to hear it, right? And I listen to it. Well, I'm taking that. Right. So, but we don't want it there. That's why, because it's a breakdown. So I'm checking that out. Again, let's listen to the solo. Ah, it's a layer. So listen to this, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Pro recording. When you play your music, you want to layer sounds. It just takes your mix to the next level. You know, nobody can mess with that. Why? Because it's your vibe. So watch this. So I'm going to play this, and I'll come back and add this to it. So this is the original vibe, and I added this on top of it. And then I added this on top of that. Can you hear that bounce? So, but when you play it all together, it's the dimensionality just blows your head up. Watch. All right, one thing I have to address right away, I can see that it's peaking over here, so I have to turn this on. My limiter, so it doesn't peak. Yeah, we can't have that. There you go. Now it's gone. Let's do this section right here. That's important. There's a roll. Let's go see what we have on it. Let's grab it from here to here. All right, and then we're gonna add the EQ first. And then we're gonna add the delay last. Now listen. Okay, I gotta play that by itself just so you can hear the effect, which is why I always say you wanna listen to the track first. Let's kill the effects. We're gonna add the compression, and then we're gonna add the EQ, and then we're gonna add the delay. Mess with your head. Okay, so now let's play everything in perspective. Watch this. All right, so we're gonna play it now. That's just beautiful. That's it. We're done with the music. All right, so here's verse 1. I'll play a raw first, and then we start to add the effects to it.
Ha! What up, Miss Hot A? Do you wanna party? See you in the lobby. Ain't gonna lie, I heard that body calling. Know that if you with it, then I'm all in. That body dope, I need that. You a bad bitty, and I mean that.
So the first thing I did was add auto-tune to it.
Ha! What up, Miss Hot A? Do you wanna party? See you in the lobby. Ain't gonna lie, I heard that body calling.
And then I added the CLA 3A compressor to control it so it doesn't go all over the place.
Ha! What up, Miss Hot A? Do you wanna party? See you in the lobby. Ain't gonna lie, I heard that body calling. Know that if you with it, then I'm all in. That body dope, I need that.
And then I slapped on the vocal strip by SSL Logic.
Ha! What up, Miss Hot A? Do you wanna party? See you in the lobby. Ain't gonna lie, I heard that body calling.
And then I added the T-Rex Classic EQ.
Ha! What up, Miss Hottie? Do you wanna party? See you in the lobby. Ain't gon' lie, I heard that body.
So it cuts through, and then now we add the last in the chain, which is the reverb.
Ha! What up, Miss Hottie? Do you wanna party? See you in the lobby.
Actually, that's not true. The last in the chain is this one. So listen to this. This is gonna blow your mind.
Ha! What up, Miss Hottie? Do you wanna party? See you in the lobby. Ain't gon' lie, I heard that body calling. Know that if you with it, then I'm all in. That body dope, I need that. You a bad bitty, and I mean that. Ha! What up, Miss Hottie? Do you wanna party? See you in the lobby. Ain't gon' lie, I heard that body calling. Know that if you with it, then I'm all in. That body dope, I need that. You a bad bitty, and I mean that. Ha! What up, Miss Hottie? Do you wanna party? See.
So now we're gonna go to the actual hook itself.
Hypnotic, erotic.
Okay, let's take it one by one. The first line, this is
Hypnotic, erotic. I'm calling all my freaks to get.
okay. So what I've done here is I didn't bust this out at all. These are all coming out of their individual channels. And the first one has this on it. So I'll play it again.
Hypnotic, erotic.
This is the Fab Filter Timeless. So listen to it. I'm going to add it on there.
Hypnotic, erotic. I'm calling all my freaks to get naughty. Let's party, get rowdy, work that body.
Nice. And then I added the EQ Go first. Listen.
Hypnotic, erotic. I'm calling all my freaks to get naughty.
Nice. All right, let's listen to the next one, which is this one. Actually, I did something I shouldn't have done. But first, let's listen to it against the track. It's not the full mix just yet. I want you to catch a vibe, so check it out.
Hypnotic, erotic. I'm calling all my freaks to get naughty. Let's party.
And then the next track is this one. Let's listen to that one. That's the octave. All right, so let's go. Turn on the basic EQ, go first, and let's play them together.
Hypnotic, erotic. I'm calling all my freaks to get naughty. Let's party, get rowdy, work that body.
Okay, let's listen to the last one, which is this one.
Hypnotic, erotic. I'm calling all my freaks to get naughty. Let's party, get rowdy, work that body.
All right, let's play them all together.
Hypnotic, erotic. I'm calling all my freaks to get naughty. Let's party, get rowdy, work that body. Hypnotic, erotic. I'm calling all my freaks to get naughty. Let's party, get rowdy, work that body. Hypnotic, erotic. I'm calling all my freaks to get naughty. Let's party, get rowdy, work that body. Hypnotic, erotic. I'm calling all my freaks to.
Very nice. I had to pull the stand down a little bit of clap. All right, so now listen to this. Let's listen to this section right here. All right, here we go. So that's just actually that's Nikki Greer's voice, just so that I can acknowledge that. Now let's clean that up. Then we'll move on to the next section.
Miss Hottie, work that body.
All right, Miss Hottie, work that body, and then we're gonna clean out same thing. Already, you already know this one. Timeless, go first, go first, go first, and then listen.
Miss Hottie, work that body. Work that body.
All right, I'll play that section for you by itself.
Miss Hottie, work that body. Work that body. Miss Hottie, work that.
and then this section here.
Miss Hottie, work that body. Hypnotic, erotic. I'm calling all my freaks to get naughty. Let's party. Yeah.
That is pretty much the whole song. So now let's break it down to the components, and we'll wrap this up. We'll take it from the top, intro, and we just go section by section. All right, here's the intro.
Miss Hottie, work that body.
All right, and then we got the intro to the verse.
Ha. What up, Miss Hottie? Do you wanna party? See you in the lobby.
And then we have the hook here.
Work that body. Drop.
Hypnotic, erotic. I'm calling all my freaks to get naughty. Let's party, get rowdy, work that body. Hypnotic.
And we go to the second half of it.
Miss Hottie, work that body. Work that body. Miss Hottie, work that body. Miss Hottie,
All right, and then we go to the second verse.
work that body.
My drink getting frosty cause my wrist cold. But when I seen that body, I was hypno. Plotted on you doing what you do as I sip slow.
And then it goes into the verse.
That, hey little,
And then it goes into the hook.
that, hey little hottie, just work that body. Body looking like a older Miss Hottie.
And then it goes into the hook.
Older Miss Hottie, work that body.
Miss Hottie, work that body.
And then it goes into the outro.
Hottie, work that body. Hypnotic, erotic. I'm calling all my freaks to get naughty. Let's party, get rowdy.
And that's it. That's how you mix a song from start to finish.